Hello YouTube, this is Chaos Max here, bringing you a deck profile on my Hexaorb deck for Keter Sanctuary, or Keter Sanctuary, however you want to pronounce that. Your basic red line is starter, the grade 1, the grade 2, and grade 3. So the starter is just your basic go second, you draw, but it's the Sorceress one. This one is when Pentagleam, the grade 2, rides onto it, you can counterblast one and draw a card. This one is when Hexaorb rides upon it, you can look at the top 3 and organize it any way you want, put it back on top. That way you can check for triggers, or cards you may want to call early, or drive check. And then Hexaorb skill is when you drive check a trigger unit, you can give a 10,000 to another rearguard. And then if you have a booster, you can give the 10,000 there, and it gives it the initial power. So you can basically 2 pass becomes 1 pass. Alright, and then onto the main deck. Of course, it's a Persona Ride deck, so you gotta run the max amount of Persona Rides. Moving on to other grade 3s, we have 4 of Fasado. Fasado's a great card because if he hits anything, you can countercharge and soul charge, which this deck kind of goes through countercharge or counterblast and soul blast a lot. And he also has resist, so he gets around prison if he's on rearguard, or the meteorite effect that's coming out, or like Eugene, things like that. Next I run 2 Lepisto. Lepisto is just a really good offense card. You can, with Hexaorb skills, say you have, you check the top 3, there's a trigger, you can automatically call this and just swing with it. And if you have 2 counterblasts, stand it, gets 5k. Really good card. I might take this out for the new order card that's coming out, Wish of Tomorrow, which is just basically a Hexaorb's Persona Ride skill. Next I run this card, just for another countercharger / soul charger. Basically, if your Vanguard is Hexaorb Sorceress, you can, and if you drive check a trigger, she retires herself, and you can either countercharge or soul charge, not both. That's it for grade 3s. So moving on to the grade 2s, I do run 2 of Pentagleam in the main deck just for discard fodder, and or if I want to call in and check the top card. Next, I run Exclusive Knight Owen. He's really good. If your Vanguard is Hexaorb Sorceress, you can Soul Blast 1, check the top 2, either put them on top or bottom, or 1 on top, 1 on bottom. That way you can either get your Persona Rides or triggers much easier. And then if you drive check a trigger, you can counterblast 1 and it gains an extra 10,000. That way if you get a front and you have Hexaorb as your Vanguard, obviously you can go front, power, his skill, counterblast 1, power. That way everybody still gets effects. That's it for grade 2s. For grade 1s, I run 4 Digress Sorceress. This card is really the bread and butter of the deck. It's counterblast 1. If your Vanguard is Hexaorb or Pentagleam, so the grade 3 or the grade 2, you can counterblast 1, discard a card, look at the top 2, either call them or leave them on top. So if you check the top 3 with Pentagleam skill after you ride Hexaorb, and you see 2 grade 3s or a grade 2 or grade 1 you want to call it, you can just call her down, do her skill, and call them. Next, I run 4 Painkiller for Draw Father, or Draw Engine, I guess. Her skill is after she's done boosting, you can Soul Blast 1, she retires herself and draw a card. And then standard, we just run 4 PGs. Basically, if you have 1 or less cards in here, you don't have to discard. And then for triggers, I run 5 crit, 4, 5, 6, 6 front, 4 heal, and 1 over trigger. If you can't tell, I'm trying to max out this deck for rarity. So far I just need the fronts and SB this, and then everything is basically max rarity except for the PGs. Those are hard to find. But yeah, that's my deck profile for Hexaorb Sorceress. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And leave a comment to see what you want to see next. Bye.